Hi, I'm Isaac from Isaac Builds Things, and today we're going to be taking a look at these Isotunes Link Aware Earmuffs. So first up, I just want to say thank you to the people at Earjobs for sending me these earmuffs to test. This is my 1 month review, so let's get into it. First up, a little bit of my background is I am a part-time builder or carpenter here in New Zealand, and part-time woodworker, joiner, all the words. Basically I do a little bit of everything, from building decks and renovations to custom cabinets and joinery to guitars. So basically a little bit of everything, and so I've had a lot of different settings to test these out on, from digging holes with jackhammers to just assembling shelves in the shop. So I feel like I've had a good use over the last month. It's actually been a little bit more than a month that I've had these, and let's get into some of the pros and cons, what I like about them, what I think could be improved. So first up, they are Bluetooth headphones and earmuffs all in one. That is their primary feature. They're earmuffs, they keep the really loud noises out of your ears so you're not getting damaged hearing. They do that job very well, just like most earmuffs. They are earmuffs, so they're good at stopping crazy loud noises from getting in your head. Secondarily, they are Bluetooth headphones, so you can connect to your phone to them, play music, podcasts, anything, calls via Bluetooth. So this is great, super handy, and makes my day more enjoyable when I'm doing some more monotonous tasks where I don't have to think too much. I can chuck on a podcast or just have some background music going the whole day. So I really like that, and that makes my day more interesting sometimes when I have a more boring job to do. So that's the Bluetooth side of it. I would say a negative of the Bluetooth side of it is they're not the best connection, the best Bluetooth range that I've had. So if I don't have my phone in my pocket and I walk outside the workshop, or I walk too far away from my phone, they'll disconnect, or they won't disconnect, but they'll lose connection. So they're not as good as some Bluetooth headphones and stuff that I've had in the past in terms of connectivity, but I just keep my phone in my pocket and that works great, or in the room that I'm working in, and it's totally fine. So that is not an issue, but that's just something to think about if you usually leave your phone and you don't like it on your person and you're walking around a lot. They don't have the best connectivity. But when the phone's near, there's never been a connection issue, it's great. The cool thing about having your phone connected to these is you can get calls and messages while you're working. So usually if you've got earmuffs on, you don't hear your phone until you check it, and then 3 hours later, oh, I missed a call. These, you don't have that issue. But also you can turn your phone on quiet if you do want to get away from the calls. But yeah, so you don't miss out on calls and messages because you're connected via Bluetooth. So that's all the basic stuff. And then we get into the Aware technology. So this stuff is awesome, very cool technology that basically there's 4 microphones, I think, or maybe 4 microphones on these, and that lets the sound from the outside world in to your ears. So you can be aware of what is around you, like people or vehicles, machinery, that kind of stuff. So it helps you to be aware of what is going on around you, and it does that by picking up with microphones and sending that in through the speakers. So this is really cool because it means you can be listening to music and have earmuffs on, and also your boss can yell at you from across the room, or the wife can say dinner time, or your brother can say, hey, what's going on, you know? So it's great to be able to just be aware of what is happening, hence the Aware technology. So I really like this technology. Basically it takes a little bit of fine tuning. You have the volume buttons of your music, and you've got volume buttons of the Aware technology. So they are on the left and right of the main power button. So you can turn up the outside noise or turn it down depending on what's happening around you. I find that often some things that are drony or long annoying noises, it can be annoying to have them coming in, so I'll turn it down. But if there's not much happening except you're using a skill saw or a nail gun, then having the awareness turned up so you can hear everything, but then as soon as you pop the nail gun, bang, it turns all the sound off and shuts it out so that it's not affecting your hearing. So So I'd say that technology is awesome. It's not perfect. In some situations things get loud and annoying and then they don't turn off because they're not quite that loud, and so it can be a bit annoying, so you've got to fiddle with the volume a little bit, but when you get it sorted in your environment, they work great. The next thing is they have a balance of comfortability and durability. I wouldn't say they're the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn, but they are also earmuffs, and so earmuffs are never usually the most comfortable. But yeah, they're not the most comfortable earmuffs or headphones I've worn, but they are durable, and so they are just comfortable enough to not be annoying when you wear them for the whole day. Like, I don't come off like at the end of the day and have a sore head or sore ears. In the last month, I can't see any signs of wear on those. There's no perishing or anything. They're kind of like a plasticky, rubbery feeling. So the comfortability and durability, I think, is a good mix with these ones. The main thing I would change with these earmuffs is the charging port. So the charging port is on the bottom, which is normal. You flip open this rubber tab, which is a protective cover, and the charger is really close to one side of the opening, and so you basically got to force the rubber open and just slide the charger down right in the side. It doesn't seem like it would be that hard to move it out or change the placement of this charger to make it a lot easier to charge things. That's not the end of the world because you just get used to doing that, but that's one kind of annoying thing that could be fixed to make these just that much more nice to use and ease of use. The other con that I've got that's kind of annoying and also kind of my problem is the location of the buttons. So as you can see, we have the power button in the middle, and then the volume buttons to the left of them, and the aware volume buttons to the right. So you've got 5 buttons here that are all in kind of the same place. When that's on the side of your head, you've got to get used to where those buttons are, and sometimes I think it would be helpful to have the power button in a separate area, because when you want to just quickly pause the music, if someone's trying to talk to you and you need to just turn off the music or that type of thing, it's kind of, you can sometimes turn up your volume or turn down your volume instead of pressing pause. So that's the only other thing that I get kind of annoyed with, but also after a month I'm getting used to where they are anyway, and it's not the biggest deal. But those are the only complaints I have. The battery life is great. I think it's rated at about 8 hours, but I'll put that on the screen here. They have great durable. I've chucked them around. You can see some dirt and grime on them, but they've really been holding up well on the building site, and in the workshop they're great for making my day more enjoyable with music and podcasts. Overall, I just want to thank Earjobs for giving me this opportunity, and yeah, I'd really recommend you check these out. Also, the Pro Aware earphones are really good if you don't want earmuffs. So I'm going to be putting a review out for those at some point in the near future. But otherwise, I will see you next time.